Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Flash Sale Friday. Woo woo. Can you believe that this is Flash Sale number 4? I think this has been the theme of this year because I feel like I've said this before, but boy, this year is flying. I can't believe we're at the end of July. Almost at the end of our shop hop, which has been such an amazing experience. And we are here at Flash Sale number 4, the last Flash Sale of July. But don't fret, friends. We actually are going to continue flash sales through August. Tuesday actually kicks off our 6th anniversary. 6 years of PCW, and we are going to be celebrating with all kinds of things. So please do make sure you check your inbox Tuesday morning. I will be dropping some very exciting news, announcements, events, deals, all that good stuff. So do make sure that you check your inbox on August 1st to kick off the celebration of our 6th anniversary. Time is ticking. We are now 2 minutes in. Do we have eyeballs in there, darling? Oh, we got lots of eyeballs. So happy Friday. Happy coffee day. It has been a whirlwind. So without wasting any more time, I've actually got a whole bin of deals for you today. And I will say, given that I am not a messy crafter, I leave the messy to Marcy and Chris. And sometimes Darlene, but they have thrown me a lot of messy stuff to work with today. So I'm going to get in so that I've got lots of time to actually play and take on the challenge of crafting with what's on sale today. You can go right to the website. I believe Matt is getting all of the deals loaded in as we speak. There will be a homepage banner that you can just click on to find all the deals. But don't leave me just yet. Don't leave me because I'm going to take you through them and then I'm going to craft. So please do hang on. Now we were talking about messy, but my first deal is about getting clean, or should I say getting organized. We have the 6-pocket Scrap Master organizing system from Totally Tiffany. And before I forget, I'm going to show you that deal right now. 35% off Totally Tiffany Scrap Masters. They come like this. You get 3 in a pack, 5 in a pack. You get 5 of these in a pack. They are fantastic for organizing. And personally, I use them all the time. I have my slide stash in store. This one is not numbered, but I believe it's either 3 or 4. And my Scrap Masters all fit nicely inside. They've got the tabs down the side so that I can label them and organize them. I'm going to just slide this over here for now. And this is how I use my Scrap Master. Now pay attention to the name. It is called a Scrap Master. So it is designed to control, to organize, and to maintain your scraps. I do also use it as project planning, but there is a bit of a trick. So when you open this up, it has about a 1/2-inch gusset down the middle so that you can stack in. See if I can do it this way without dumping it all out. There is a gusset here that you can stack in paper pads, paper collections that are 12 by 12. These pockets here off to the right-hand side, if you try to fit a 12 by 12 in there, it's going to be super tight, and I don't recommend it. So I often just leave my 12 by 12 in the center, the uncut ones. But these pockets are great for scraps. There is the angled pocket here, so I've got all my scraps. I've got my notes in here. There is a full back pocket as well where I've got some of my stickers stored. And then over here, you have 3 pockets. So This one opens up, and this is where I've been keeping the cards that I've been working on. We had a fabulous event yesterday with some of our ladies at the St. Mary's Friendship Center, so that's where I kept all my sample cards. I've got some extra stickers in here, and they do have little tabs on the pocket, so it does help keep everything in. And then my extra little 12 by 12 that maybe are still too small. These guys here could probably also fit over here. And they are just a great way to keep a collection together when you've got lots of scraps left over, or maybe for storing your card stock. Again, if you've got 8.5 by 11 and that kind of thing, absolutely we'll tuck in here. And then you can label them. So here's that tab. Let me put a dark piece of paper underneath. Say good morning to Matt, everyone, who just tiptoed upstairs and is waving at me. Um, no, this isn't going to show the tab very well, but just know that there are 5 tabs down the side that you can use to organize. And I think I showed you when I put it in my Scrap Master, I put it in this way. You could also put it in this way so that you've got your tabs running across the top. So that way, if I want to pull out my birthday uh, project, I can just pull it out from there. So just as a recap, we're starting off messy week by getting organized, and that is with the Totally Tiffany Scrapmaster, 35% off. Whew, all right, next deal. So we're getting into stuff that gets messy. Embossing powder is one of those things that have a beautiful, clean look, but sometimes you get powder everywhere, so that's how it fits into messy week here. It is also what I would consider a mixed media tool. And we have some amazing colors. We have powders with glitter. We have really unique, fresh colors here. And I'm not even going to read up the names because we've only got a sampling here. We've got lots more down on the shelf. But if you like embossing powder, or if you just want to try it out, this is a great time to stock your stash and save. Uh, Definitely Christmas is approaching, so if you like things that sparkle, then getting ready for Christmas with embossing powder is a great time. We also have some of our standards, like our opaque bright white, also on sale. So I'm just bringing out a whole bunch of colors here. I love this orange one with that little bit of sparkle called Peach Posset, your standard red. And Darlene's got 3 more in the bin here. Of course, there is a purple in here, this Niagara Blues. Some great embossing powders, and like I said, way more colors on the shelf. Go and check it out on the. Now, I should mention that I jumped right in this morning, but these flash sales, as I mentioned, are today and tomorrow. Friday, July 28th and Saturday, July 29th. Darlene and I are both checking our watches to make sure we have the right date. Um, you can buy them online. You can buy them in store. It is while supplies last until tomorrow evening. So definitely go and check out the website or come in and see us. We would be more than happy to enable you and get some of these deals in your box. Now, if you are building a box from all of our previous flash sales and you are ready to ship, do make sure to tell us that you're ready to ship. But like I said, there's going to be more flash sales in August, so you just let us know. Let us know when you're ready to get your goodies, if you're ready to start another box, and we can build that up for you. Okay, messy item number 2. Cosmic Shimmer Gilded Wax. They come in these great little tubes. They are soft like a lotion, and they apply beautifully to embossed. So if you put your paper through, especially black or navy blue, through an embossing folder, and then rub this along the top, it creates a really gorgeous antiqued finish. Autumn Bronze is one of my favorites, and I have brought my own stash, so I will be using that in the demo today. I'm just going to get one out here so I can show you. It almost looks like a lip balm. I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day when you had the lip smackers, it's kind of the same kind of dispenser, and it just comes out as this beautiful lotion. Again, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up or if it's just my glasses that aren't great, but it comes out in a nice smooth lotion. You can use your finger, you can use a stencil brush, you can use various tools to apply these to your project. Again, fantastic if you want a vintage look for some of your Christmas projects. So today and tomorrow only, Gilded Wax from Cosmic Shimmer, also called Gilded Touch. That's the actual brand name. They're 35% off. Now we've got these messy things to play with. How are we going to apply them? Well, I did talk about fingers, but sometimes you don't want to get your fingers messy. So we have not one, but two different styles of stencil brushes on deal today and tomorrow. We'll just go like this here, 40% off both of these items. First, there is the Nuvo Nylon Stencil Brush, and they are fantastic. They have a nice soft bristle. They're really good for doing pastes and things. Let me just bring one out here. So it's got a nice long bristle here that you can use to apply. Now they do have a rigidity to them, so it's not like they're super well, they're flexible, but they don't collapse on you, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. So if you're getting into detailed areas with a stencil or something like that, especially if you're using paste or more of a wet medium, this will be really great for getting into some of those areas. And I plan to show that. You can also use it with ink though, I believe. And again, just a great way to kind of mix your mediums and use it in various ways. Let me put that back in the bin. And then there are the dual tipped ones. These ones have a even softer bristle to it. Again, a great stencil brush here. And you've got double ends, so you're actually getting two for the price of one. So if you were doing something maybe where you had a light and a dark, like a light blue and a dark blue, then you can have a set here that match up. And they show it here both using inks as well as their mousses and pastes. So a perfect tool for your toolbox if you are dabbling or expert in the mixed media realm. Anybody can use these guys. Any questions so far, Darlene?
No, no question.
Everybody happy? Happy Friday. I hope everyone has some wonderful plans for the weekend. So yeah, let me just recap that one. Both those blending brushes, 40% off. But I'm not done yet. My time is ticking. Oh my goodness, I've only got 2 minutes left. Okay, I better get moving because I still got three more deals. Three more deals. All right, let's make this quick. Tim Holtz surface mat. This is for your glass mat. You can use it to cover your surface if you want a bigger space for smooshing and creating some of those wet techniques that he does. But maybe you don't want the very slick surface of the glass mat. You can also, this is also heat resistant. So if you are heat embossing, you can do this without, again, getting stuff all over your glass mat. Keep it kind of contained and keep it easy to clean up. 25% off. It's got some great little feet on the corners to help keep it secure. I'm going to crack this open when I do my demo, so you guys will see that in action. All right. We have a little friend in the store. He has been with us for some time, and he needs to go on adventures, and he needs to find some new homes. And that is our Lawn Fawn Garden Nomi paper piecing die. He was the OG. He was the original paper piecing die that first came out, and there are tons of amazing samples and ideas out there on the interweb. And you know what? Look at that regular price, $21.99. Today, he is the steal of the deal. He is just $10. And don't you fret. He is going to be the star of my demo in 50 seconds. So hang on and I'll show you just how Nomi comes into your world. All right. Last but certainly not least, in the spirit of prepping for Christmas, in the spirit of playing with fun things and die cuts, we have glitter foam. No, sorry, glitter foam. I always say it wrong. This is amazing stuff from Spellbinders. If you go back on our YouTube channel, Marcy did an amazing learning live about a year ago using some of this stuff. It is foam sheets that are covered in glitter. They are amazing for die cuts, and you will be absolutely amazed at how detailed of a die cut you can get with this product. You do get two different colors, 5 of each sheet, so 10 sheets in total in this pack. And again, getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for even Halloween and all things sparkle. Ellen, if you're watching, this Black Starry Night stuff would be absolutely amazing for Halloween. and we have them on today for 25% off. Lots of different colors. Again, this is just a selection, so go right to the website and see what we've got. Uh-oh, we have crossed over. We are into my crafting time, so I'll do a recap before we end. I'm going to save the green because that's going to what I'm going to use in my project. And, I'm not going to lie, I did do a little bit of prepping off the top. So I am going to play with my little Nomi, and I'm going to show you, I think I've got 6 different techniques in 15 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Let me get my space all set up. My glass mat, I apologize. There's going to be a glare, which again is where this media mat is going to. Oh, and I probably just thunked that. My table will get a little shaky.
All good.
All good, all good. Excellent. Making space on my little table. Taking my time. Hopefully, the setup time I'll get credit for it on the back end. And Matt says no. He's a yes. Charlene says yes. And where did that media mat go that I just had? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see it. It's hiding. If you guys saw what was outside of this frame, well, you might be a little scared. All right, there's packaging. And here's where I'm going to get out this big mat. Not big mat downstairs, big crafting mat. Ah, take it away, Darlene. So there is a sticky surface here on the back. So, and also, as I said, these anchor pieces. Get it straight or ish, and then smooth that out. Not something you do in a hurry because you've got lots of bubbles here. There we go. All right, so here I have some Nomi's pre-cut. I've got his detail as well as his solid. This guy I have already glued together. He is all white for a reason, and I'm hoping my messy glue job does not affect the technique that I want to do, but we're going to dig in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play with that gilded wax. This is great because you can also water it down. I'm not going to do that today, but you can water it down and use it like a watercolor paint. For today, I'm simply going to squeeze some out on my surface here. And I'm going to grab this stencil brush that I was talking about, the Nuvo one. And to start with, because I want to give it a little bit of time to dry, I'm just taking a little bit of this wax and I'm just going to cover my area. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. And it's basically painting the surface here, but then I'm going to die cut my Nomi out when it is dry. So I'm going to leave that one to the end now. Give it a little chance to just soak into the paper, do what it needs to do. But you can see how that really antique-y brown actually comes out this beautiful, beautiful bronze color. Now, the other thing we can do with this is where I'm going to take little Nomi here that I've die cut, and I have layered him together because I do want the layers to show. So let me just squeeze. Maybe this one I will just use my finger. Squeeze a little bit out. And I'm going to rub him in the different areas. But you see, even here, I'm not getting into that detail spot. Paper towel is my friend. So this is where I may want to come back and use my brush and just get into the little areas here. I'm just dabbing. So now he is a bronze gnome statue. And you know what? In hindsight, I may not have covered his face, but I'll give you a tip on that. So this way I'm just coloring up my paper. Am I still on? Darlene, let me know if I go off camera.
Oh, you're good.
I am good. All right. Get a little bit more on his hand here. All right. So there he is, all bronzed up. He's a nice antique garden gnome, and it's all in those areas. But you know what? I did mention that I accidentally covered his face. I covered his hands. Well, the nice thing about when you die cut this out, you get all the extra pieces. So I happen to have kept the eyepiece. I can just pop it back in. I want to save this for later because I've got another tip. So I don't want to stick it in, but you can just pop that in, pop in the feet, or sorry, the hands, maybe give his shoes a different color. Lots of ways that you can customize. And honestly, the best way that I do it is I cut a bunch in a bunch of different colors and then mix and match and paper piece them together like a puzzle. So that is using the wax. I'm going to get a little bit of water here.
They think it's cool.
It's cool. Well, it better be cool. It's hot up here. Sorry, I'm going to really shake this camera as I get this wax off. So with the wax, you do have to move pretty quickly to clean. I'll give it a better clean afterwards, maybe with my scrubby soap. But at least this way, my main surface is available for you guys to see without the goop. All right. So that was well, 1.5 techniques. Number 3, I am going to do some foam. So I have a green background and I have a white background. So the green background I'm going to leave solid. The white background, I've actually just grabbed a stencil and I'm going to get out another one of those brushes and some inks. And I'm going to stencil up my Nomi. Find a good spot for him there. And you guys know me. It's all about the green. So I'm grabbing my key lime fizz and I'm going to grab just the smallest of these stencil brushes and I am going to color this background with this ink. So I'm just kind of dabbing it up. I'm going to try and get it so he doesn't move. So again, it's really nice to get good control in some of these areas. As one falls to the ground. And it's not as harsh, and you're not getting those circle marks that you sometimes get from the blending foams, and sometimes even with the regular ink blending brushes. I'm not saying that this should be replacing that. If you like those other brushes, then by all means, use them, use them, use them. But I like that this is a great multi-purpose tool that you can use it for pastes as well as for ink. There he is. He's got a little bit of maybe a suntan from sitting by the blinds, who knows? But it's just a really cool pattern. So let's cover this up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that detail piece of the die, this guy right here. So this is what I was saying. He comes with all of these different little pieces that you can pop out and use in different ways. I'm going to grab my foam and my die cutting machine. So of course, green foam to go with green Nomi. It is a nice thin foam craft sheet. It is plain on one side and that glitter on the other side. You can cut it with a paper trimmer. So I've got my guillotine here. I'm just going to go like this and cut a little slice off. See how easy? Just like butter. You can use, like I said, we use these with dies. You can use them with, if you have decorative scissors. You could, I don't know if you could put it through a Cricut or something like that. You'd have to really make sure it's stuck to your cutting mat. But you know what? It's always fun to try something new. And again, the earthquake's going to happen here as my Big Shot runs through. Get my little Nomi in place, just like so. No difference to my sandwich, no difference to how I'm die cutting this. I will probably go back or go forwards and then back just to make sure he's nicely cut through. And yes, when you put it through, it does squish it a little bit, but there is a reason why they call it pop-up foam, because it pops back. We've played with this foam a fair bit in some of our trade show classes. So here he's coming out, and you can see all his pieces. So I'm going to be a little selective. We're going to try to be selective with this one and just pull out a few different areas. I'm going to leave his hat in place. And let's leave his belt in place. So you can see just with a little bit of patience, you can peel all these pieces out. Look how beautifully that die cut. This is amazing. If you've got sentiments, this glitter foam is absolutely tremendous for that. So he's going to go there like that. I am going to go ahead and cut one more for this guy just so I can finish him off, and I will glue them both together. How's my time, Darlene?
Very good.
Very good, very good. Excellent. I love to hear that.
Less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes? That's not very good. All right. So maybe I won't glue these down. I'll have to glue them down and do them as a post after the fact. But you guys get the idea. Look at how amazing this foam works. And it just comes out of your die beautifully as I say it, and I struggle. There's my pokey tool. Once you get it started, he is good to go. And same thing with him. You could cut some out of green and cut some out of a different color, and you can mix them and match him. He looks adorable as a Santa Claus or a Christmas elf. Or if you want to make him a witch's minion, you could do him in purple and orange. Is there purple? There is purple. There is not orange, but you could do purple and silver. That would look really cool. All right, so there's our glitter foam. This is what he would look like with the stenciled background. And I told you I had another tip. So with this guy, I might not cut out the eyes, but what I would do is I would put this little piece in place, use a journaling pen, and just trace his eyeballs so that he will have an eyeball on his face. And again, I will take a photo of that when he's done and share that with you because I have 3 minutes left. Okay, and I want to get on to embossing. So again, I have some different Nomis here. I'm going to get my embossing ink. And this is a really simple, really easy technique. I'm just going to grab. So this one is called Tickle. I don't even, maybe I should, yeah, I'm not sure if we even have this color. Maybe I should use one that we do have. All right, let's do primary purple orchid because I know someone who loves purple. So here what I'm going to do is I am simply going to apply my ink to the detail. And I'm going to apply it to the solid. The idea being that they will not go together. I will put the detail one on another solid background, and I will put the solid one, put this detail one on the other solid, and tweezers so that I don't burn my fingers, or scissors just to hold them. All right, so now I'm going to sprinkle. And I told you this was messy, guys. This is messy week. I have covered him up. See if I can get some more on him. Maybe I didn't get enough ink on him, but you get the idea. This is definitely do as I say, not as I do episode of creating. And get my little heat gun here. Bear with me with the sound. Come on. Sometimes that first emboss takes a little bit of time. There we go. And I love that I can do it right on this mat here. There, he's finally coming. All right, so there's one. This detail guy isn't the best job. But hopefully you get the idea. He'll also be easier to do because there's not as much powder on here. All right. But as you can see, not a single warp to that mat. It looks beautiful. This guy is nice and smooth and shiny. So I can go ahead and glue my little outline on there and look how cool does that look. All right. And then what I done, well, you know what? I have to cut some stuff. So let's cut another solid and another detail. So my detail, I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to cut it out of that background piece. Am I over time, Darlene?
Yeah.
Oh, well. You know what? I did well the first 3 weeks. I think you guys can afford me a little bit of grace this week. Because, 6 techniques in 15 minutes, that was pretty ambitious. All right, so that one's going to go down, and this one's going to go down. I don't like clear stuff because you lose it. You lose it on your desk when it's right in front of your face. All right. So here is a solid that I can either put behind my embossed guy or watch this, guys. Now with this detail, you do have to be a little bit gentle pulling him out of the die so that he doesn't tear. Ooh, but this is awesome. Look at how nice and shiny he is. He just looks so vintage and so amazing. So there you go. 6 techniques, three, well, I guess 2 messy and 1 not so messy mixed media product, and 1 super cute Nomi die that you guys, if you don't have him in your collection, and even if you do, if he needs a friend, it's a fantastic, fantastic deal. So final recap, and then I will let you guys get on with your day. Um, there we go. Get it back in order. We have the Totally Tiffany Scrapmaster, 30% off. Keep all these scraps and bits organized. We have the Tim Holtz Media Surface Mat right here to go with your glass mat. And you know what? Even if you don't have a glass mat, it is a great surface to work on for all your mixed media techniques. 25% off. We have Wow embossing powder, sparkly, colored, white, all of them, 35% off. Cosmic Shimmer Gilded Touch Wax, 35% off. Those 2 great stencil brushes, the dual tip blender and the nylon stencil brush, which is the one that I was using in my demo, 40% off. Our Lawn Fawn Garden Gnome Friend, $10. That is less than half price. And then we finish off with the Spellbinders Flitter Gloam, Glitter Foam, Sparkly, Die Cuttable Sheets, 25% off. Go to the website, come on in and see us. We're here till 4 today. We are open from 9 until 5 tomorrow, our final Shop Hop Saturday. And we look forward to getting you all crafty this weekend and this summer. Get messy and have fun. Bye-bye.